Hey, what's up? My name is Zach Derris. I'm the founder and lead trainer at Zach Derris Training Services. And in this step-by-step guide today, I'm going to show you all how to use Apollo.io's AI-powered buying intent signal data. First and foremost, before we dive in, I have to thank each and every single one of you for watching this video today. What started off as a post that went incredibly viral, which was not intentional, has inspired me to really deliver a super quick, very easy to consume and implement masterclass for you today, so you guys can all crush it with Apollo. Now, Apollo is a data enrichment, lead generation, sales enablement tool, which has been around for a number of years. But with every single year that continues and more AI being pumped into the platform, salespeople no longer need to spend endless hours researching leads, prospecting individuals, and always going for the follow-up. Apollo can do a lot of this for you. And today, what we're going to learn specifically is the buying intent power of Apollo and how well it actually works. But I just want to show you something really quickly, because initially, my thought was whenever posts like this comes out that you all kindly engaged in, you'll receive a PDF document or you receive some text on a Notion page or something like this. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something completely different, because this post that you see on the screen right now that was published 21 hours ago, it went incredibly viral. I was intending for maybe 100 people to engage in the post. This is why I spend the majority of the morning replying to each of your comments, because I like to have that personal approach rather than just copy and pasting information. So a lot of you who are watching this right now, we've had a couple laughs today, we've exchanged some gifts, and this is all me planting seeds in your head to understand, regardless how much AI you use, the human element of building relationships should never, ever been taken away. Because if you use a lot of AI to streamline your whole entire process, it's going to go completely to waste unless there is an individual there who is prepared to handle the follow-up responses completely manually. Take the calls by themselves. Don't put an AI avatar in there yet. They're not trained on personality behaviors and all of these really cool things that we have as human beings. But this post went absolutely crazy. So to thank you all for this, I've done something that I've never, ever done before. And I've put together a full Apollo crash course for everyone to take advantage of. In the description of this YouTube video that you are watching right now, you're going to find two links. Link number one is going to be my partner code. I'm an affiliate for Apollo. I have been for a couple of years now. I train all of my clients on how to use Apollo, and my agency, Zach Derris Training Services, takes over Apollo takeovers for our clients. So we just run the whole entire process. And because of this, being a leading instructor for LinkedIn since 2014, I've always got my finger on the pulse, and I only ever teach my clients how to use tools that I use myself to 10x our conversion and engagement. So I have an affiliate code. I may get commission if you use this. It will get you instant access into Apollo. That will be link one that you'll be able to access in the description below. And link two that you're also going to access, which I'm going to dive into in a moment because I've already been speaking for a couple of minutes and I really want to go in and show you how to utilize Apollo's buying intent. It's going to be for a crash course, which typically I charge roughly around $720 for it, because as a consultant, I have an hourly rate of about 180 euros, pardon me. But my intention was this post that I put out, I will probably take 3 or 4, maybe 10 to 15 individuals on a crash course and I will deliver this training for them. But there is no way I'm going to be able to deliver 1,000 crash courses within the next couple of weeks. I just don't have myself cloned yet, right? We are getting there with tools like Synthesia and HeyGen and so forth. But for now, I decided to cram everything down into a 4-hour masterclass split over 2 days, which is only 59.99 euros, all the way down from 720. It will be group training. Everything will be recorded. Everything will be transcribed. So if you cannot make the live training sessions, you can get the recording. But I don't want you to make a decision yet. I need to show you exactly what I'm capable of with Apollo before we go ahead and think about if you would like to convert and be a student of one of our wonderful crash courses that we do. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to go straight over to Apollo, and I'm just going to show you the end screen, which is what you saw on that post that you engaged in. This is Apollo's buying intent. You can see at the very top corner on the left-hand side over here where my mouse is highlighting it, 80 leads have been created for me. Typically, salespeople like to have a database of around 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 leads for them to go ahead and prospect, do mass mailouts and campaigns, and essentially, pardon the French, throw shit against the wall and see what sticks. With the power of AI, you no longer need to do this. I always tell my clients, prospect 5 to 10 people a day, and you will convert at least 60 to 70% if you do this correctly. So what is Apollo's buying intent? Full disclaimer, should be illegal. Thank God it isn't. Apollo's buying intent works with infiltration AI that goes inside the IP addresses and email addresses of individuals that they have registered on their platform. They work with a number of sources from Bombardier to ZoomInfo to be able to gather this buying intent data and information to help you, the salesperson, sell to these individuals the right products and services. But it doesn't stop there though. I mean, like, that's good as it is, but buying intent works in a way where it's tracking the footprints of the individual on the internet. When they go into LinkedIn, when they go onto TikTok, when they go onto Yahoo, Twitter, Google, wherever they are searching for specific phrases or keywords, Apollo will be able to tell you this. And this is what's called the buying intent data. So you can see this individual, Sanjay, Chief Executive Officer at Noir, over the past 7 days, let's just get that statistic right. Yeah, so roughly around the past 7 to 10 days, he's had a medium buying intent, which means him and other individuals at his organization have been searching for sponsored messaging content solutions for LinkedIn. He's been searching for this. So if you're an individual who is a LinkedIn strategist, you're a paid ad specialist, you're an SEO optimizer, and you know you'll be able to help Sanjay with his sponsored messages and sponsored content on the LinkedIn platform, you don't need to just pitch every single individual that you see or engages in your content. You go to Apollo, you put the filters in, which I'm going to show you how to do that today. Then you send him a very personalized message. What's worked well for me personally and for my clients is in this message that we do send out to individuals, we are very open and we are very blunt. I normally use messages along the lines of, "Hi Sanjay, I work closely with Apollo. They're a data platform, and they've told me that you've recently been searching for the LinkedIn content sponsored messages. Is this true?" And I would take a screenshot of his information over there. If the answer is yes, I will I will come back instantly and I will be like, "Well, look, this is what I do. Can I send you a video explaining further?" I'm never going in for the sales pitch on the very first conversation, because human beings are not a number. They are not a paycheck. They are human beings. They have families. They have people that care about them. They have pets. They have struggles. They have problems. They have so many things, just like you and I, right? They just want to go to work, enjoy their job, go home to their family or themselves and have a decent life. So when you're treating individuals as just another number, another chalk on the board, you're just going to be flagged in spam. You're going to sit with all the other individuals using AI or not using AI or automating messages on the LinkedIn platform in a really horrible way with massive sales pitches. You're going to fall under that category. But when you're open and honest, you let Sanjay know where you found him. You openly start a conversation. You build that rapport. You build that value. This, what you see here today, will be absolutely priceless. So in this crash course that I will speak about later on in this video today, I'm going to take you through every single element of Apollo, from setting up an account, using the account filters, the people filters, exporting data, importing data, automating stuff for LinkedIn in the right way because they have that capability, and sending AI email campaigns with sequences of messages on a daily basis so you guys can just kick back and watch the meetings get booked. But today, buying intent. So let me just rehash this really quickly. What you're doing at the moment is you are going onto LinkedIn, you're going onto Google, you're finding companies that meet your ICP, your target audience, your ideal customer persona, and you attempt to pitch them. With this, you go into Apollo and you have a look at intent data. So what I've done is I've preset this to the services that I typically sell and promote by myself, which will be anything related to LinkedIn because I'm a certified coach for LinkedIn. And I've trained over 3,000 people on how to use the platform and how to sell via the LinkedIn platform. So this is my niche. And platforms like this, like Apollo, only really work well when you have a specific niche. If your services are too broad, this isn't going to work for you. So what I would do is I will go in and I will type in whatever my niche is, and then it will give me a list. Obviously, every 24 hours, you're able to edit the buying intent. And I've just edited this right now, so it's good and clear to go for this masterclass that we're doing today. But if you didn't do that, these will not be grayed out and you'll be able to select and add each of the ones that you want. Then every 24 hours, if you want, you can go ahead and you can change it. But this is going to tell me individuals globally, all over the world, that are searching for LinkedIn marketing solutions, for LinkedIn outreach, LinkedIn jobs, and so much more. But what if you're a recruiter? Let's have a look at recruitment. I can have a look at anyone who is actively searching for background investigations, candidate sourcing, employee referral software, employee screening. There's even employment agencies or hiring staff agencies. This one's worked well for our recruitment agencies, which is hiring outsourcing. We use that a lot to tap into the right individuals who are actively searching for a recruitment agency to take over the full recruitment process for them. But let's take it a step further, right? We have many different types of individuals that are watching this video right now. What if you're a creative agency, right? Let's have a look if someone is actively searching for a media and advertisement agency, right? You've got agencies, creative agencies. You select this, you'll be able to see a list of millions and millions of individuals who are actively searching for media and creative agencies. And then once we apply the filters I'm about to show you right now, you'll be able to refine this search down. And this is where things get really important. Initially, this list, before I did all of the toggles and switches on the filters, it was over 25,000 leads, which I know I don't need to go through 25,000 leads with this platform. I can comfortably go through 80 leads a month and close at least 60% of these individuals because I'm applying the right filters in my search to be able to bring everything down to a point where I'm comfortable and I know I'm not going to waste my time. Because this is only phase one. Phase one is searching for the data. The stuff you do on the background, which is roughly 5 to 6 minutes per lead you should be spending when it comes to prospecting. The stuff you do in the background is really going to get that individual's attention and it's going to help you get an accepted connection request, an open email, a booked meeting, a sales call, and then an offer and a deal, which is what we all want, and which is the reason why you're watching this video today. So what I've done is I put the initial buying intent in there for absolutely everything, but I'm going to remove some of them. I'm going to be super specific, and I'm just going to have a look at the individuals that have either a low, medium, or high buying intent over the past couple weeks. For sales, the navigator, and then I've put the employee sizes, I've put the right location, I've put the right job title. So for me, I only really sell to C-suite owners and founders. I like to sell into Europe, but I've got clients all over the world. But that's just like the easiest for me to sell to. An employee size, typically, I will go for anywhere from like 1 employee, so a solopreneur type of business, all the way up to, let's say, 200 to 300 individuals. so I can just keep on adding and adding and adding more. And I can see in the past week, with my key requirements, I'm not able to find anyone that's searching for LinkedIn Sales, the Navigator. So I want to expand my search a little bit more. I'm going to click onto locations. I'm going to add another location list to the United States. This is when we start to get the records. I've got 23 individuals who have been consistently over the past few weeks searching for LinkedIn Sales, the Navigator, which is the premium version for LinkedIn, which in the crash course, we work a lot on that so you can understand how that complements this and you'll be able to crush it as a whole. But what really catches my attention about this list of 23 individuals is that a lot of the people are in the same company, which makes the sales process so much easier for me because I can identify at this company called New Breed, you've got the owner, CEO, chief admin officer, chief operation officer, another CEO. So maybe that's not completely accurate, or maybe they have CEOs for every region. They've been having internal conversations. You can see by this buying intent, they have been actively talking about it in their team meetings. They've tasked each other with going ahead and finding a crash course for LinkedIn Sales Nav, or how to buy it, or how to train their team on how to do all of these great things. And this is where you swoop in, because you can now go ahead and take advantage of all of this. So I can really quickly click on someone's profile, go and view their profile. I'm not going to show their profile on the video today. And then I can start engaging in their content, send them a connection request as it relates to what I've done over here, send them a follow-up email straight after you've sent a connection request. This is where people go wrong, right? They often just send a connection request, and if it sticks, if it goes through, great, they're happy. If not, they get sad and they're like, oh, it didn't work. My message was bad and all of this stuff, right? You need to always follow up with a very brief email to let these individuals know that you have sent them a connection request on the LinkedIn platform. Because these founders and CEOs may not be active in that very moment on the LinkedIn platform, but a founder of a business will always be active on their email. In the past 10 minutes that I've been speaking here, I can see from the corner of my eye that my email has popped up 4 times, right? It is going to happen. So just pay attention to the fact that if you are able to gain access to their emails, and I'll show you how to filter and refine this a little bit further, always take advantage of it. Do not just rely on prospecting via the LinkedIn platform. So I've got a couple of individuals over there, which works well for me. And now what I want to do is I want to have a look at the email status, because this is going to take stuff even further with Apollo's AI. It does something absolutely phenomenal. Again, this should be illegal, but it shows you verified users, and it also shows you individuals who reply to cold emails, which is absolutely scary, but it's just the way that the platform works. So I understand that these 10 individuals out of the 23 are the best people for me to hit, because they're opening up their emails are verified, and they're going to essentially respond if I handle the process well. Once I've got the right list of individuals, I simply click here, I apply and select the individuals that I want. There's 10 on this page. Go ahead and apply this. Then I will have some options appear at the top where I can add it to a specific list. In the crash course, I'm going to express the benefits and the benefits of using lists and how powerful they can be. It's kind of like your own mini CRM inside Apollo. And this is essentially it. I can go over and over and over this again, but this is all you need to do. So I'm just going to clear all the filters, and I'm just going to start again from scratch, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did to identify those individuals. So on the left-hand side of Apollo, I'm going to click on people, and then what I want to do, as always, just go to verify. That's always a really nice place to start because it's at the top of the filters. And then I'm going to just go down and start filling in all the information. So let's start by location. I'll just go with Europe. And now what I want to do is I want to have a look at employee size. So this is the head count. And this information, this type of data gets extracted from the LinkedIn company pages as well. So the really nice thing about this is very rare that Apollo is going to give you leads that don't have a LinkedIn company page. And if they do have a LinkedIn company page, it means they're posting content. It means their employees are active on the platform, which just makes your journey so much easier. So I'm going to just start selecting some of the right company sizes, as you see over here. While that loads, I don't even have to have a look at industry and keywords. I can refine that further on if I want to, but I'm going to have a look at buying intent. The AI filters I'm going to take you through on the crash course, because that's like 20 minutes in itself that I need to talk about. It's absolutely insane. But I'm going to have a look at all the high intent scores for all the 6 intent topics that I have selected. And I've got 1,400 leads that I can go ahead and tap into. It's crazy. And again, the really nice thing about all of this stuff is you can see these individuals are at the right company. So let's just go ahead to job titles. I like to use the management filter because it just makes time so much easier than just typing in job titles. So I'll go here, I'll select the owners, the founders. So we've got 1,400 leads, people. Now we're going to bring it down to less than 100. Got C-suite, partner VP, we can leave out, but you can tap into them. And we can see these are pretty decent sized organizations. We've got the right individuals over here. I've got access to the LinkedIn profiles, access to their email addresses, and I can start prospecting. Where you would go wrong is if you use your standard sales pitch. If you are watching this video today, more than likely, maybe 70% of you have a really bad sales pitch. And that is okay, because you shouldn't be selling, but no one has ever told you that you shouldn't be selling. You should be solving problems. And one of the biggest problems is for every single company in the world is generating more business, getting more awareness, raising their brand, acquiring customers, which everything is sales. So if you're able to show these founders and CEOs that you found them with AI in a really clever way, and you've been able to understand through buying intent data that they are searching for your services, they're searching for LinkedIn prospecting and sponsored messages or creative direction or recruitment or whatever it is, there's over 1,000 buying intent signals that you can go to leverage and take advantage of. They will see that you're not just another person trying to take their money. You genuinely have a solution and you'll be able to help them. So this is it. This is literally how good this platform is. I want every single person in the room right now, if you're not already using Apollo, click the first link in the description below, which again, if you do decide to upgrade, which is completely your choice, I may get a commission from that. That's what covers these free promotional videos that I do. And you can go ahead and start playing around with Apollo. All of you have seen, hopefully all of you have seen, I'm very fast to respond to my DMs on the LinkedIn platform. I don't know how I do it. It does stress me out. I dream about messages and I think these could be nightmares sometimes, but I love this platform. This platform has absolutely changed my life. It's changed the life of my wife, my mother, my sister, and other people in my family because of what I've been able to do and the amount of people that I've been able to help. So please do drop me a DM. Let me know how this is getting on. Tell me if this is working for you. And if you do want to take it a step further, you can have a look at link 2. This is what I'm going to run through right now because I didn't want to spend more than 30 minutes on this video, and hopefully I didn't speak too fast and I gave you a lot of value here today, because what I just showed you right now takes away the core element of prospecting. You go into Apollo, you type in the keywords that you believe your customers would be typing into Google or to LinkedIn to look for you or your competitors, and then you reach out to them in the right way. So what's this crash course all about? How does it work? I normally charge 170 euros an hour. I was expecting to maybe get like 20, 30, 40 leads out of this post that I think now it's done like 95,000 views, which is insane. Over 1,000 people have commented on it. I brought it down to $59.99. Purely on the basis that I've delivered this course in the past year well over 400 times. I know it like the back of my hand. I am speaking a little bit fast right now because I'm trying to squeeze a lot of information in a short period of time. But in this course, we are going to cover how you specifically are able to build your databases on Apollo, activate AI sequences, which is automatic emails going out to your ICP customers, automate the LinkedIn connection request process with the Apollo Chrome extension in the right way, in a way that it doesn't get flagged, they don't get rejected, and they do get accepted. And then most importantly, I'm going to teach you how to sell. I'm literally going to show you how you book meetings, because this is one of the biggest issues. Some people know how to find their customers. Some people know how to actually book the meeting, but they don't know what to do on the call. And I'm going to throw some resources in there, a couple of live training and live sales calls, analyses that I've done over the years, just to show you how I close deals, how I sell myself. So as an accredited Apollo partner, this crash course is tailored to equip you with the necessary tools, the knowledge, and skills to efficiently become an Apollo expert in a brief time frame. Usually you buy this from me for $780, but you can get it for $60. I don't know what you spend $60 on, but I literally grabbed a coffee for 3 or 4 of my friends the other day, and that was $60. So it's not a lot of money. The training will consist of two-hour training sessions, which are recorded and transcribed. I will also keep the room open for an additional hour after each of the 2 sessions for Q&A, because it's going to be great that I'm going to show you guys how to do all of these things, but a lot of you are going to have very custom requests and ICP target audiences where I will be able to help you instantly with refining your searches within the Q&A session. If you're not able to make the Q&A, I got you. It's totally cool. Everything is recorded and transcribed, so you're going to get access to the recording. And those who cannot make any of the live recording sessions, I just ask that you email me and just tell me that you're not going to be able to do it. And I'm going to give you a couple of different options to join some other group Q&As with the other individuals who have not been able to make it, so you do not miss out on an additional 2 hours of Q&A. So just to give you a full overview of what I'm going to cover in this 4-hour session: full onboarding of your Apollo, how to integrate your mailboxes, how to master the account search filters, which means how you search for companies, then how you master the search filters for people, so how you look for individuals rather than the businesses. The majority of the success I get for myself and for my clients is actually going after the people individually with the right job titles and buying intents, rather than just going after organizations as a whole. So I'm definitely going to spend a lot of time on that. And then we're going to dive into Apollo's buying intent, which I briefly showed you today in a lot more detail. We're going to take a couple people from the room, going to do some live examples, and we're going to get their ICP list ready to go. Once we've done that, we're going to go through importing and exporting your data, because a lot of you already have got spreadsheet on spreadsheet on spreadsheet, spreadsheet on spreadsheet on spreadsheet on spreadsheet on spreadsheet of lists that you've been accumulating over the years, but you never use. We're going to put that data into Apollo. We're going to enrich that data. We're going to find the right email addresses, the LinkedIn profiles, their colleagues, and all of this other stuff. We could even add some AI filters in there, which is going to be really fun for you all to see. And then we're going to run some AI campaigns to these individuals that you've just been holding over the years. I'm going to show you how AI sequences work, and I'm going to give you a brief testimonial on that in a moment. We're going to set up a first sequence. I'll probably just run one for myself, but if anyone in the room would want me to use them as a live example, that would be totally awesome, because by the time we move over to session 2, you'll be able to see the quantity of meetings that person has got just from 20 minutes of training. It's going to be absolutely insane. I'm going to show you how to save your leads and accounts to lists and what to do with them. But the biggest value isn't actually me teaching you how to use this platform. You don't need Apollo. You need to know how to write messages to people. This is the main thing. Everything I'm telling you, everything I will be teaching you, you could manually do all of these things by going onto LinkedIn, finding someone and just sending them a connection request. But if that connection request is crap, you're not going to convert. You're not going to book a meeting. Send 10,000 messages a year easily without a shadow of a doubt, and we have a very high conversion rate. If you're familiar with law of averages, I typically get about 70 out of 100 in terms of my conversions. For those who are not familiar with law of averages, it works like this. Imagine you're a door-to-door salesperson. You need to knock on 100 doors on average to have 10 people open their door for you to pitch them. And out of those 10 individuals, one person is going to let you walk in their house and actually proceed with that sale. If you use buying intent, if you use AI, if you use the right type of messages, if you use the client engagement process, which I'm going to show you, your law of averages can massively increase from 1 out of 100 to 70 out of 100. And this is exactly why I tell my students and my clients, do not prospect more than 5 to 6 people a day, because you're not going to have the bandwidth to be able to manage the amount of new clients that you're taking on if you do this properly. You do not need to send billions of emails out every single year. There's no need for this anymore. Build relationships, you make them laugh, and you work smart, and you'll be able to absolutely crush it. And then on the final session, so essentially the last 2 hours of the workshop, I'm going to show you how to book meetings, how to track your replies and your success, how to use Apollo within the LinkedIn platform, how to set up and manage all of your templates so you're just clicking, right? You're literally just clicking and you don't have to do anything else. And I'm going to show you how to use LinkedIn's automation within Apollo. So before you disappear today and go ahead and buy the course because you know that you want to go in and buy it, let's talk about Justin. Justin runs an AV company. It's one of the leading AV firms. That's an audio-visual company for those who don't know in New York City. For the past 10 years, they have effectively and efficiently grown their business through referrals, word of mouth, and repeat customers. Those who have already dropped their jaw because they took a look at the bottom right-hand corner, drop me a message because I like you. I like the way your brain works. The biggest challenge they had, though, they never have engaged in any outbound marketing or prospecting whatsoever, which means their business isn't scalable. You can't rely on inbound leads or referrals for the rest of your life. You have to do some elements of outbound, regardless of what your business type is. So we were brought in from their shareholder, and in a 6-week period, we were able to increase their MRR, hire a sales team of 5 individuals, bid for more projects, and help them close deals every single month. Take a look at the image at the top or on the side, wherever this image is, right? The August to December email performance. In total, in that 5-month period, 2,324 emails were sent. 2,038 of them actually went into the inbox. We had about 80 blocked and 170 bounced. It's always going to happen sometimes. 988 of them were not opened. 1,500 of them were opened. And from that, possibly one of the best conversion rates any of you in the room right now would see, we had 767 replies. From that, 324 of them told us we would be interested in learning more, getting a prospectus, or talking on a Google Meet or in person. So let's just break this down. 33% conversion from email sent to the people that actually replied. Then from the people that replied, those who were interested, 42%, 0.24 conversion, which is insane. Buying intent, Apollo, LinkedIn, good messaging, it works. Once you've done the initial outreach, let's call it, there will be elements of chasing, and I'm sure you've all had this where someone says, yeah, I would love to meet, but then they completely disappear off the face of the planet. You have to follow up. The art of the sale, let me just close this. The art of the sale is always in the follow-up. It's always down to how you chase them. But thankfully, because of the fact that our initial message was so good, we didn't need to follow up that much. So let's just break it down. Initial emails, 2,324 were sent out. The follow-up emails were 1,240. From that, we only needed to follow up for a second time to 632 of those individuals. Keep in mind, this is over a 5-month period, right? And then what's next? Agree to meeting. In total, we had 280 meetings. 280 individuals that say, yes, we would take a meeting. For 104 of them, we had to follow up with the dates. For the remainder of that, we just gave them the Calendly link for them to book in, and they booked in like that. 248 people attended the meeting. Out of that, 169 bids were sent, so essentially proposals. 107 of them came back and said, yes, we're going to purchase. And so far today, 84 invoices have been sent. That's 30% of a meeting conversion from the meeting to an invoice. 30% conversion. If you want that, scan this QR code. Take a moment, scan this QR code. If you don't have enough faith yet, you can go to my LinkedIn profile. You can speak to any of the hundreds of testimonials that I have on my profile for all the students that have taken this Apollo crash course. And you can just, don't even reach out to them. Just take a look at their profile, take a look at their content, but feel free to reach out to them. You'll be able to see that they're absolutely crushing it. You can tell when someone is successful, right? Because of how they carry themselves, the way that they write their content, and just the way that they are present, essentially. So scan this QR code right now. When you scan this QR code, it's going to take you to this Eventbrite page, which I'm going to load in 3, 2, 1. Good timing. Cool. So this is on Eventbrite. It's $59.99 for the first 200 individuals that purchased the workshop. I've had, if I'm just going to really quickly stop the screen share, go over to LinkedIn and just create a little bit of FOMO for all of you right now. We've had more replies, 1,159 comments on this post. I've personally responded to only 300 of those individuals, right? So let's just call it about 700 people were interested in watching this video today. If out of them 700 individuals, 10% of them were interested in taking this crash course, you'd need to act pretty fast. But I want to take it a little step further and just create some FOMO and show you, I don't know why I like creating FOMO, but I want to show you how well content like that works. In the past day, since I posted this 21 hours ago, I have had over, I think it's 940. Oh, nice. 1,011 individuals has gone to follow me. From this, if I'm just going to go to my messages, and just in the past hour or so that I've been recording this, I'm just going to go to unread. I hope these people don't mind. We've had hundreds of unread messages, and I replied to all my messages from people that are interested in getting the video, getting access to the workshop. So I'm going to be a good salesperson. I'm going to circulate the video to absolutely everyone. If you think that you are going to take some value or a lot of value, I would highly recommend going to link number 2 in the description, and it will take you back to this Eventbrite page. All you literally do is you read absolutely everything. It's going to tell you there are 2 dates for the workshop. First date is Friday the 21st at 6 p.m. Central European time. So in Europe, essentially at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. We are going to have a break at the top of each hour. Then we'll have another break just before the Q&A. And I will check in with people if they want me to repeat stuff or take another break. Like, I'm totally flexible. If I need to be there for 4 hours on each of the sessions, I will, because I know that this stuff works and I know that it's going to have a fantastic start to your 2025 because it's going to help you crush it. First date is February 21st at 6 p.m. Second day is the week after at Friday the 28th at 6 p.m. I would highly recommend to absolutely everyone to be there live, because the energy is just completely different when you see the reaction of other people when I'm handling the Q&A, and when just between the session, the questions that they ask me and how I'm able to instantly respond and give them results, because I crush it with Apollo, and you should be crushing it with Apollo too. The tool itself is about 20-30 bucks a month. Like, it's a no-brainer using Apollo. So 6 p.m. Central European time roughly works out to be 12 a.m. Eastern time and 9 a.m. in the morning Pacific Standard Time. I hope I got that right. Take your time to go ahead and read through absolutely everything. My team have also put together a really in-depth Q&A section for you guys to go ahead and review and just read through everything, just to make sure you're completely comfortable. If you do use the Apollo code, just as a reminder, I am an affiliate, so I may get commission on that. You can sign up during the masterclass, during the crash course, or before if you want to go ahead and just have a trial of Apollo. It's completely free to use at the beginning. If you want to activate stuff like buying intent, AI filters and sequences and so much more, then you'll need to go on one of their paid plans. If you just want to find data and do everything manually, which I'll give you the tools and resources to be able to do so, you don't have to ever pay for Apollo. So once you've read through everything and you can see these slides that I showed you just on here, and you can go ahead and click in just to get a larger view. All you do is you click checkout. I think this is the part where I just have to distract you, and because the screen isn't loading. And then cool. Then it looks like a timer starts, which I didn't know. You got 15 minutes to go ahead and check out. You put your first name, the last name, your email address. You can uncheck these if you want. And then you go ahead and you pay with PayPal. If anybody isn't able to pay with PayPal, you can send a message to Eventbrite. They have a really good live chat team. I've done a number of workshops from them, and they just give you different options that you will be able to pay with. But PayPal is the safest and best option for you to go ahead and do so. So this is all inclusive. It's $59.99. This is for the early bird tickets on the first 200 people that go ahead and purchase this workshop. For everyone else, I call them the lastminute.com users. You're going to have to pay a premium, right? Because that's just the way it is. That's about 150 euros. So don't be that person. If you are that person, I appreciate you paying that price, but don't be that person. Get in quick, go in for $59.99, save yourself over 80%, 90% already, and just dive in with me. Let's start on the Friday, the 21st at 6 p.m. Central European time, and let's start crushing it with Apollo. It's going to absolutely revolutionize everything that you do. I'm going to show you specifically how to set up your Apollo account, how to search for companies, how to search for individuals, how to define and refine your ICP, build personas so you don't need to consistently and constantly put the same keywords and job titles in every single time, or even to teach you, excluding buying intent stuff, how to search for industry-specific and keyword-specific individuals. I can use Apollo to look for people that have put stuff in their SEO, right? And it's just phenomenal the way that it works. We're going to do absolutely everything. Your biggest takeaway is going to be the way you see me craft messages. I'm going to give you all a bunch of sheets, which are templates, and you're going to be able to customize them. One thing I would like to tell you right now, if you decide to not take the course for any reason whatsoever, do yourself a favor and Control, Alt, delete whatever your initial prospecting message is right now, because it's too long. It definitely is too long. If it's too short, you've used one of the standard templates where, hey, we're in the same industry, let's connect. That goes nowhere. You'll get the connection, but it goes nowhere. The best way to write a connection message is, hi name, identify something that they've done, tell them that they've liked it, explain how you can add value. For example, hey Zach, I just saw this post that you put out about Apollo. I noticed that you're also a sales trainer, but you're not using AI for your clients. Can we jump on the 7-minute call so I can show you 4 of the tools that would absolutely crush it for you. I will get that meeting and you can get it too. So that's it. I really, really, really appreciate every single one who has watched the entire 45 minutes of this video today. I hope it gave you value. Feel free to drop me a DM and ask me any questions. Sign up to Apollo, start playing around with the tool. And for the 20-30% of individuals, or maybe more, who have the right decision to absolutely crush it and increase their sales game in 2025, I'll see you in a crash course in a couple weeks' time. I'm looking forward to meeting all you wonderful people. If you like this video today, please do me a massive favor and just drop a comment below. If you hated the video and you think it was trash, do the same as well, because bad comments get more people to write good comments. So please let the haters comment on this. It's great fun. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. I'm Zach Derris. You can find me at Zach Derris absolutely everywhere. And have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful February. See you soon. Bye.